Hi, a bit shaky, sorry. Hiya, I started that self-portrait there earlier and I'm going to do a bit more to it. We'll see how it goes. I had partly I was feeling like, oh, you just leave it alone now to dry and do something different, but then I thought, no, I'm just going to keep going with it and, you know, take a risk in a way, not let it dry. Just trust that the bits are dry enough that need to be dry, and I'll just do another 10 minutes or something like that so that I can post this one too on Instagram. I could have actually put out some new colours, couldn't I? Even just like ultramarine blue or something. I might do that. I bought some coloured pencils up. I wasn't sure how that would work on the wet, but they might be quite a nice addition. Yeah, different brands might have different effects, I don't know, but there's something like to commit to this way of working. I feel like I want to stick with the paint as well a bit, and I think I will just put out some blue without taking ages now. What's that blue? Looks like it might be ultramarine. Can't read the names on my paint anymore. Yeah, because I felt it was lacking the dark blue and also burnt sienna, so I got some of that too. This is the Jackson's paint that I'm using, and that's it's their burnt sienna, and that's their ultramarine blue. Okay, thanks for being with me. My name is Anya Devine. I'm not sure if I said that 40 times already. Sorry. Getting back into doing the old video thing again. And hopefully you can see what I'm up to. You can't see myself in the mirror, of course, but anyway, you'll be able to see what's happening here. And I'll show you a bit more closely at the end. Yeah, you're turned on. Yeah, good. Okay, 2 minutes in already. What am I going to do now? So I'll use the smallest of my Rosemary & Co brushes. I've got a 1-inch brush. It's the smallest of the 3 in my own set, and I think that's going to work for describing things in a little bit more detail and keeping the paint a little bit drier than I had earlier on. So I'm just going to look at finding again the edge where one thing stops and another thing starts. So the forehead, where the forehead stops, and sorry, I'm just trying to find a good colour. So the Van Dyke Brown works better, I think, than the burnt sienna in this instance. To describe a nice dark colour like that, to describe where the forehead stops and the hair, or at least the shadow of the hair, starts. Something about anchoring down is helpful. And there's also a dark on the other side of the ear where the hair is hanging down. And I did use the blue pen to find the edge of the jaw there, which I kind of liked. Okay, and dark there too. Alright, and now I don't want to kind of go into too much giving too much information everywhere. I'm not used to the lighter paper. This is a sketchbook I bought, and I'm not so familiar with the paper buckling on me, because I like to use the backing for the 535 GSM, which is like really thick, heavy paper that doesn't buckle at all, really. So it's a bit new for me to have wavy paper, but new can be provocative too and create new things, create new responses. Right. So let me go back to those eyebrows, because they're quite a dark feature in the midst of the face there. And then so is the nostril under the nose there. I think that's okay. And the other one. And then there's the ear. Yeah, the end of the ear there on that side. And then, eyebrow. Shadow there. Maybe I'll go for something a bit more forgiving for that shadow on the chin next time round. A bit of blue, no, a bit of sap green, cadmium red. Give me a colour like that, mixed with the red, like that. So, how was your Christmas, holiday, festive season, whatever you choose to call it? How are you? I wonder how you are. And I hope that this finds you well enough anyway, and giving yourself a break. I feel like that's one of the main objectives in life, is to learn to give ourselves a bit of a break, I wrote down for myself one time, cut yourself some slack. Not a bad bit of advice, especially now when we're gearing up for the whole New Year resolution garbage. Didn't mean to say garbage there. New Year resolution carry on. I don't think, I think we're doing well to just get up every day and move through the world and manage to stay in some way sane. So you could make that a resolution. What would the resolution, how would I word that now? To manage to survive every day, still intact somehow. And then, I was talking to my friend last night. We were talking about the magic, really, of existence. Like, the sheer magnificence of now and then, how you can feel it fully. The thing of, wow, life, the field of all potentiality, that whole kind of, way, things like the kind of fullness of the sentiment that people like Rumi would have embodied in his poetry, that real kind of majesty of the incredible, astonishing, as he said, I think it was Hafiz or Rumi who said, the astonishing brightness of your being. I wish I could show you when you're alone or in darkness. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, I must really mean that. The astonishing brightness of your being. There you go. No, my upper lip needs to be established somehow, so I think I need to stop talking. A bit more warmth. I'm just going to let it flow into the chin. Yeah. Oh, not sure what that was about. I think I put something warm in there. Let's see, hope for the best. That's not what's happening there. There's a bit of brightness in places that's helpful, descriptive. So I want to see if I can reserve the areas of light for the places where I see those areas of light in my image in the mirror. And that should help me to describe the three-dimensional quality of my form. Just checking the time there, because I reckon I will post this to Instagram. Yeah, you know, the main thing still for me is just having a little chat with myself in my head about whether I should only just put up stuff that that I'm very proud of somehow, you know. And I think I'm proud of things that make me feel like I come alive a bit, and even no matter the outcome. Maybe not proud, but there's a value, I think, in the process of making the thing. No matter how it turns out in a way, you know, that there's a value in slowing down enough to explain something that you're seeing. And sometimes there's a fine quality of draftsmanship. Sometimes there's more of a mess. Mostly this feels a bit like the latter at the moment. But it's okay too, like it feels like it's alright, you know, to make a mess is actually okay. Fully fail, it's kind of okay too. In fact, it's more than okay, it's like freedom, the willingness to fail, even if it's, you know, it's not fully, completely willing, but still what was I saying there now? The willingness, yeah, like even if there's a bit of willingness to let it be imperfect, but to have given it a good shot, like to have given it a good shot. Not thrown in the towel, no matter how desperate things feel, to actually still show up. Sometimes throwing in the towel is a gift to yourself, but for now, in this throwing in the towel, maybe in relationships, sometimes there's no harm when you're kind of the whole time flogging a dead horse, isn't that what they say? But throwing in the towel with artwork doesn't have to happen. You can keep pushing it and pushing it. No one's going to die. No one's going to. There's not such a life or death quality to it, even although it might feel that critical. Like these moves now feel very messy. And maybe there's still a possibility of retrieving. What time have we? 13 and a half minutes. There might still be a chance of pins and needles. Of bringing back some life. This is a real challenge now because it's quite lost. But maybe I could get the hairdryer out. Look at that. I might be able to get the hairdryer out. In the meantime, dry it and then come back and do a third, like a step 3, where suddenly, ta-da, the face reveals itself and all is not lost after all. There you have it. That's my setup for myself. That's my best case scenario. And that's what it looks like just now. Anyway, you never know. Okay, thanks for joining me. See you soon. I'll be back for step 3, I think, if I don't become too disheartened. Bye.